Okay, we're not quite ready. Good morning and welcome to the October 21st Walton County Tactical Review Committee meeting. Do we have any announcements this morning? Hearing none, we'll move right into project review. First item is the South Walton County Town Center mixed use, and we have a request to continue to the November 4th meeting. Could we have a motion at the dais?
Mr. Chair, I'll motion that we continue to the November 4th TRC meeting.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Jonathan. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed likewise? Hearing none, the motion is carried. This item is continued to the November 4th, 2020 Technical Review Committee meeting at 8:30 a.m. in this location. That moves us to item number 2, the Rosedale Mar Master Conceptual Plan Modification. We have a request to continue to November 4th TRC also. Could we have a motion at the dais?
Mr. Chair, I'll motion that we continue the Rosedale Mar Master Conceptual Plan to November 4th.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed likewise? Hearing none, this item is continued to November 4, Technical Review Committee meeting at 8:30 a.m. in this location. And that moves us to item number 3, the YOLO Board Miramar Beach minor development. It's been reviewed by Tim Brown. Tim, if you could introduce it for us.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. This is a minor development or application submitted by Jenkins Engineering requesting approval to allow a 2,338 square foot cannabis dispensary use and add in an exterior door and handicap ramp on the southwest side of the existing building on 3.13 acres with a future land use of mixed use and a zoning category of coastal center. Located at 11610 US Highway 98 West in Miramar Beach. I do not believe there's any outstanding comments. Yes, engineering had some outstanding comments. And there are some outstanding planning comments as well. I'm sorry, looking at the wrong one.
I was going to say.
I'm looking at number 2. Okay, yes, no, there are no outstanding comments for this one. Yeah, I was looking at the other one, sorry. And with that, I'll turn it over to the applicant and let him.
All that. I do believe I saw the owner was on Zoom if there were any specific comments about the proposed use itself, but other than that, we don't have anything from the engineering side.
Are we showing the parking in the staff report?
No.
Not show the parking.
I don't know about anyone else, but when we went to the scaled down version, my staff report hasn't showed parking for 3 or 4 years now because that's what we agreed on in the scaled down staff report version. But we need to get everyone on the same page.
Well, as of right now, we're all going to be on the same page, start including parking, both the required and what's provided. I mean, that was one of my concerns here. This is a cannabis dispensary. It'll operate much like a medical office. There'll be a high turnover in the parking lot also, in addition to that medical office kind of operation.
They identified it in their site data table. They have what?
Yeah, I can answer that, Matt.
50 parking spaces or something.
Right, there, we have 146 spaces. For the medical, it's 7 per 1,000. It's 16.3 plus there's some retail space at 17 for a total of 34 spaces required. So there's 110 extra spaces since this was originally a restaurant.
Yeah, this one has plenty of spaces, but since we're going to a two-use building from a single-use building, we're just looking for that division of hard parking, recognizing that they're gonna have plenty. Are there any other exterior modifications other than the entrance and the handicap ramp and likely some kind of sign?
No.
They are proposing a sign on that side of the building, so it will face Forest Shores Drive, that sign.
Yeah, all the questions I had. Have someone on Zoom wishing to speak? Any other questions from TRC? Seeing none, do we have a recommended motion, Tim?
Yes, a motion to approve the project and move it forward to the Design Review Board.
So moved.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed likewise? Seeing none, this item is approved to move forward to development order, subject to satisfaction of any outstanding comments. Thank you, Tim. That moves us to the next item, which is also Tim's, the Community Plaza minor development. If you could introduce that one for us.
Yes, thank you. This is a minor development application submitted by ECM/Barnhill Civil, requesting approval to construct 3,022 square feet of commercial office and associated infrastructure on .215 acres with the future land use of mixed use and a zoning of coastal center. It's located on the north side of Highway 98 West, east of Ellis Road, and west of Holiday Road. This building has previously burned down, and they're proposing to replace that building with a new 3,022 square foot office. Originally, these were model homes. It appears that they've converted it into a commercial condominium. There are outstanding comments from planning, engineering, Public Works, and there are outstanding scenic corridor comments as well. And with that, I'll turn it over to the applicant if they're here.
Anybody representing the applicant this morning? Anybody from Public Works want to talk about the comment related to cross-access?
Yeah, there is a stub out. It appears there is a stub out, and the survey shows a cross-access easement to the west. And if they could do cross-access to the east, but the problem there is they would be connecting into Culver's drive-through lane, but you could go all the way to Holiday Road because Culver's has a cross-access with the antique place on the east. So you could go from the building to the west, which I'm not exactly sure what that is. But if they did the cross-access, if they were able to do it, you could go from that building all the way to Holiday Road without ever having to get onto Highway 98. But the biggest issue seems to be connecting into Culver's drive-through lane if going east.
Looks like we've got a light pole at the west cross-access.
But there does appear to be a cross-access easement there, so I don't know why they never connected when that project originally came through, but they didn't, haven't.
allowing them to reconstruct in the same footprint?
Yes, but that was one of Bill's comments, was it doesn't appear that it is the same.
And we don't have anybody here representing the applicant this morning.
Not. Want to address that?
Yeah, I just made the comment because there, as a matter of fact, if you go to the site plan, you'll see the note that, was put on the plan saying, by my below signature, I, Mr. Engineer, certify the proposed building footprint is the exact same foot as approved in the original development order. And it clearly does not look the same from the plans that they submitted from the 1990-something development order, or excuse me, 2000 development order.
Well, that appears to be a material deficiency, given how we discussed this up until this point.
Yeah, and that was in my pre-app notes as well. I mean, that's what they indicated to us, was they were replacing with the exact same footprint of the previous building. Of course, the previous building had a pool in the back, and this is not is an office, so it's not going to have a pool. But that was a rather large model home that was previously located there.
Based on the outstanding comments.
Yeah, and I mean, the next step would be the DRB, and there's a number of outstanding scenic corridor comments as well. So, I mean, that wouldn't necessarily hold it up, but it's not going to go to the DRB until those are resolved.
Recommend a motion?
Continue to, do we want to continue it a month to the second meeting in November? I don't think they can respond, and, I mean, if they submitted, I don't think we could review it for the two, because the staff report's due next week.
Well, if someone was here today, we could have that discussion, but since they're not, let's continue it for a month.
November 18th.
I'll make a motion that we continue this project to the November 18th TRC meeting.
That'll also give them time to investigate the cross-access opportunity. Okay, thank you. Well, we need to vote on the motion.
Need a second.
Second.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Any opposed likewise? Hearing none, this item is continued to the November 18th Technical Review Committee meeting at 8:30 a.m. in this location. That moves us to item number 5, also reviewed by Tim Brown, the Highway 283 Commercial Minor Development.
Yes, thank you. This is a minor development application submitted by HCE Civil Engineers requesting approval to construct 4,025 square feet of commercial and associated infrastructure on .433 acres with a future land use of mixed use and a zoning of village mixed use. It's located at the southwest corner of Arbor Lane and County Road 283. We've got outstanding comments from planning, environmental, engineering, public works, and I have not received any comments from fire as to date. With that, I'll turn it over to the applicants if they are here. Yeah.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
Good. Can you state your name for the record, please, and spell your last name?
Brad Harris.
This is your opportunity to tell us about your project.
I'm sorry?
This is your opportunity to tell us about your project.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, it's a commercial project on 283, right there at Arbor Lane. I think everything is designed according to the pre-app, and we're just looking forward to moving forward with it.
What's it going to be?
I would have to consult with the actual the developer owner on that. Right now, it's kind of a spec building to 4,000 square footage is general commercial. I'm not sure if they have any leases agreed upon yet or anything like that.
Will it be a restaurant?
I don't think that would be adequate with the parking we have there, and I have not heard anything about restaurant.
Yeah, they're utilizing the retail 1 per 350 parking rate for commercial.
And in regard to the parking, you have 12 spaces in a row, right? Do we require a landscape island between that? So you'll have to get rid of one. So, do you think this size building is adequate for this site, or the site is adequate for this size building, I should say?
Yeah, I believe it would be. I'll have to go back and look at it and make sure.
But for using...
We tried to size the building based on the available parking there.
Well, available parking is going to limit what uses can go in this proposed commercial building. You're going to, due to the lack of parking, anything related to food, not going to be available there. So this looks like general retail.
Correct.
Because the office rate has a higher parking rate. Which is going to preclude real estate office and those kinds of things. So just make sure your owner is aware of what restrictions the limited parking place on the allowable uses for this particular building, since we're not specifically calling out a specific use.
Yes, sir.
I just want to make
I'll
sure.
define, I'll get with them and define specific uses.
Okay, I just want to make sure the owner is clearly aware of what limitation the parking places on the opportunity for the palette of uses that are within that village mixed use, I think.
Yeah, VMU.
Within that palette of allowable uses. Not everything will fit due to parking.
Gotcha.
Have any other questions about any of the comments?
I have no questions at this time.
Okay. How soon do you think you could turn this around and get a resubmittal?
Whenever you guys need a due date by?
What is our deadline for resubmittal for next meeting? Is Wednesday at noon?
Half report's due on Wednesday.
Tuesday at noon?
Next Tuesday at noon?
Yes, sir. That'd be the 27th.
All right, and that would be, do I just upload everything onto the website?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
All right, then we'll entertain a motion to continue to the next TRC on November 4th.
November 4th.
And that'll give the applicant an opportunity to upload his response to comments, so we can consider those on the 4th.
So I'll put that in the form of a motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed likewise? Hearing none, thank you, Brad. This item is continued to the next Technical Review Committee meeting on November 4th at 8:30 a.m. in this location. That moves us to item number 6, the end of the road, 30A Access Roadway minor development. Bob Baronti's reviewed it. Bob, if you can introduce it for us.
Yes, Mr. Chair, good morning. This is a minor development order application submitted by YOLO Civil Engineering on behalf of D End of the Road LLC, requesting approval to construct a 300-foot road access to access a privately owned right-of-way on parcel that is .95 plus or minus acres, with a future land use of mixed use in the zoning district of village mixed use. Your staff report has the parcel numbers included. Mr. Chair, all comments have been addressed. The agent is here on Zoom because he was exposed to the virus. He'll be able to answer any further questions. Can I enter the staff report in the record, please?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning, Curtis.
Morning, Curtis Smith, SMITH. I don't think there's anything to talk about on this one. We met offline after the last TRC and worked out what the actual use of this road was for future access to platted commercial parcels. So I believe all of our comments have been addressed and we're ready to start construction.
Thank you, sir. Bob, do we have a recommended motion?
Make a motion to approve this project and have the applicant submit the DO for approval.
So moved.
We have a recommended motion and a motion on the at the dais. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Jonathan. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Likewise. Hearing none, this item is approved to move forward to development order.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Chair.
Curtis. Thank you, Bob. And that looks like that concludes our agenda this morning. Thank everyone for a successful Zoom meeting. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
And all in favor, please say aye.
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 We are adjourned. Thank you very much.